G'day, my name's Alex. I'm the senior winemaker here at Cassegrain Wines, and today we're just about ready to release our next club wines, which you'll be receiving very shortly. I'll give you a bit of a context as to where we are at this current point in time. We're in the red cellar, which is where we'll be spending the next few months of our life, both myself and Simon and the other members of the vintage crew. This is where it all starts for us. So currently as it stands, we've probably received around 40 or 50 tonne of fruit, both white and red from New England. We're yet to receive our sparkling base and fruit from our other regions, but they'll be soon on way. So basically what we're going to do is go through the wines. We're going to start with our 2018 white label Chardonnay. This particular year we did something that we haven't done for quite a while, which we went and ventured back into the Tumbarumba region, which is down south, very close to the Victorian border. But this particular wine consists of both Tumbarumba fruit and also Chardonnay from the Canberra district. So Chardonnay from Tumbarumba is renowned for being one of the best locations for Chardonnay. It is full of minerality, whereas Chardonnay from Canberra district we found is to be more floral. So this has got the best of both worlds. Minimal oak intervention regarding this particular wine. It did give it a little bit of new oak, but it spent a lot of time on lees in the manufacturing when we had it in tank. To give it a bit of mouthfeel and a bit of creamy character. So on the nose we have nice minerality characters, being at least 85% from Tumbarumba. But we've got those floral hints which come from the Canberra district region. It's a very appealing wine. Again, not over complex. It's supposed to be a nice, easy drinking wine, but has that ability to be matched well with foods. Again, on the palate it has good crisp acidity, nice smooth mouthfeel, that bit of buttery character from the yeast, not from malolactic fermentation. So basically what we did with this is during its process when it was in tank, we continuously mixed it and allowing those yeast cells to break open, giving that smooth, creamy sort of character. It's going to be a very fantastic wine. Okay, so the next one we're going to try is our 2018 Edition Noir Riesling. Now this particular Riesling, unlike the 2015, which is the one that you've had in previous years, this one comes from, again, the Canberra district. It comes from a very small vineyard who just happened to drop in last year and said they had a bit of spare Riesling, so we jumped at the opportunity. We thought it'd be really exciting to do one. We feel that we really got this wine right. When we decided to pick, we picked it on quite low Beaumet, but still had plenty of flavour. It went through very minimal intervention, so basically what we did is once we pressed it was all hand-picked fruit, we pressed it out, put all the juice into a tank, and that tank did not move. It went through fermentation, went through fining and getting ready for bottle, and did not go through any movements whatsoever. And the idea of that was to try and retain the dissolved CO2, but also retain the freshness of the wine. The only movement it did was when it went to be bottled, we filtered it and then straight into bottle. We find that Riesling from this area is going to be an incredibly popular hit. It's been very well received for us. We bottled it about 6 months ago, so the only ones who have been lucky to have it so far have been myself and a few of the other team members of the winery. But now that you guys are about to get it, we feel that it'll be a welcomed wine for your pack. On the nose, it's got full of that green apple, the citrus, a little bit of apricot. Again, it's very, very intense aromatics. A bit like I would say, compare it to the Clare Valley Riesling. On the palate, a nice crisp acidity. It has a little bit of residual sugar there just to give the body a bit of mouthfeel. But again, a very, very good wine with seafood and charcuterie plates. And we think it'll be a fantastic wine. It's going to be a wine that ages incredibly well over the next 10 to 20 years. So if you do enjoy aging your Rieslings, it'll be a fantastic one to age. If you do enjoy the fruitiness and the crisp and the freshness of a particular Riesling, then I would suggest drinking it earlier. The next one we're going to go into is our Edition Noir Chambourcin. Now this is a very important wine for Cassegrain Wines, as we were the first winery to commercialise this particular variety. But it's been difficult for us to be able to get the product from the Hastings region, as our vineyard is still in the growing stages, but also for the fact that it's been several years that we could not get the product right, so we focused on making our sparkling Chamberson out of the fruit. But this year, or 2018, sorry, we were able to source some at the ripeness and the fruit flavour profile that we deemed sufficient for table wine, and we think it's really hit the mark. Chamberson is renowned for this area, renowned for difficult areas such as the Hastings, due to the fact it's got such a loose bunch, thick skin, so it doesn't get infected by disease or molds or anything. So it's a very resistant variety to the region, but it's also a variety that has fantastic colour from the go. It's incredibly rich and fruitful. This particular wine is 100% sourced from the Hastings region, so we're pretty excited to see this hit the market. On the aromatics, we've got lots of raspberry, blueberry, nice bit of plum, bit of spice, bit of subtle oak. On the palate, you get a little bit of vanilla oak at the start, which lends itself well into this particular wine. It's got great body, great mouthfeel. Again, it's a really good wine for barbecue foods. And then just you can enjoy it quite chilled if you like as well. But we think it's going to be a very fantastic contribution to the club. Okay, our last wine for today is our 2018 season's Sangiovese. Now, in the past for this particular label, we've always done the Merlot, but this year in 2018, we were able to source enough Sangiovese from 2 different blocks to be able to do 2 wines. So for us, we did a edition to our Sangiovese, which will be released at a later date. But we've also got this other block of Sangiovese, same vineyard, still from the hilltops, but we've produced it into a much lighter style. So this Sangiovese, again, like I said, it comes from the hilltops. Great, fantastic region for growing Sangiovese. We've had it in the past. We feel that this wine's really well suited to the label. It's going to be a fantastic autumn wine. It's a lot paler than the Chamberson, but that's typical due to the style. Aromatically, it's quite earthy. Got lots of cherries. Again, a little bit of raspberry. Nice oak integration. And on the palate, soft, silky tannins, long palate. Again, it's going to be a fantastic wine with your barbecue foods, as well as your steaks and charcuterie plates, or just as an aperitif. I have no question that you guys will really enjoy these wines, and I do encourage you, if you have any family or friends that aren't part of the club, you should get them to join in. The wines that we've been able to produce in 2018 and hopefully 2019 are going to be outstanding, and we really do look forward to all your feedback, and we look forward to being able to continue to produce some fantastic wines for you. Thank you.